Hey everybody, this is Ludi Lin here with RollingStone's Korea, and this is the first time. I was very small. I was just a little kid. It was just me and my mum, and neither of us spoke English. I was really nervous because I thought that they were going to ask me questions, like there was a test for me to get into Canada. I didn't know anything about Canada. I didn't know where it was. I didn't speak any English. I didn't know its history. I didn't know its national anthem, which I thought they were going to ask me to sing. I know now it goes, "Oh Canada, our home and native land." But back then I didn't. I had no idea, so I was very nervous. So then the immigration officer took me into this little room and he looked at me up and down and he asked me one question. It wasn't that hard. The question was, "What's your name?" And so my name's Ludi, but that's in Mandarin. But also in Cantonese, my name is Lodi, and that means something else in English. I didn't know what it meant then, so I didn't know what to choose, Lodi or Ludi. So he chose for me, and the officer chose the name Lodi, and that's what it says on my password, Lodi. So that's my story. But I go by Ludi now because that's the name I'm born with. I'm a huge fan of Black Mirror. It took a long time for that episode to come out after we filmed it. I remember the next morning after it came out, I went out to get a cup of coffee. And I was happy, but I was also a little bit nervous because, as you can tell, the episode is, it's kind of sexy. It makes me feel a little bit weird. So then I started noticing people kind of looking at me at the coffee shop. And I'm standing there after I ordered my coffee for quite a while because I thought it didn't arrive. There was this one cup of coffee just sitting there on the counter, but no one was taking it. But I looked at the name, it said Lance, Lance with a heart. It wasn't until 5-10 minutes later I realized, oh, Lance, maybe that's for me because that's a character I played in Black Mirror. So I looked at the barista who gave me the coffee and she's kind of laughing at me. And that's how I got recognized for the first time in Black Mirror. Later on, she asked for an autograph, so I signed that piece of paper on the coffee cup and gave it to her. Okay, so I started martial arts fairly late. I didn't start when I was a little kid. I started after I graduated from high school. And the first time I got familiar with Muay Thai was when I went to Thailand after I graduated for a trip with my friends. And we had just stayed for a week in Muay Thai boxing camp. I wasn't very fit. I like video games. Back then I thought, if you can beat video games, then why actually go play sports? Then, you just play it on the TV and you're very good at it. But my friends convinced me to take a Muay Thai class, so I did. And I remember the first time I got checked in the leg. I remember the sound actually. It sounded like this. Yeah, and what it felt like was, do you know sometimes when you go to the fish market and you buy a piece of fish, like a live fish, and this is what happens in Chinese supermarkets, I think maybe in Korean supermarkets as well. If you buy a big fish, they take the fish out of the tank and they smack it onto the ground. And I think that's what I felt like. I felt like that fish being smacked. And it's not a feeling that you can forget very easily. And so that's why in my heart, I felt like I need to give that feeling to other people. And maybe that's why I took up Muay Thai forever after. For me, I think I didn't get to decide that I wanted to pursue acting. I think every single person is born an actor. Because when you're a kid, I think you always play games and you always get into these roles playing games. I remember even before I knew that there was Superman, I think I was already tying towels around my neck and pretending I could fly. I don't know where that concept came from, that, a flapping cape behind you made you able to fly, but I remember playing those games and playing those roles, and also playing, cops and robbers. I think that's a natural game that every single kid plays. So I actually think everyone is born to be an actor. But at some point, whether it's your parents or your school or your teachers or whoever says, okay, you need to get a real job. You need to go work at a restaurant or be an accountant, eventually be a doctor or a lawyer. But for me, I just never forgot about acting. But I think the first time I actually wanted to pursue it as a career was when my mum found out that I wanted to be an actor. And my mum said, no, you can't. And for me, if someone says no to me, that means you have to do it no matter what. So I think I decided then, and I've been doing it ever since. James Wan, the director James Wan, he knew that I was testing for Mortal Kombat. And after I got tested, I emailed him asking, I'm really excited. What do you think about the movie? What do you think my chances are? And he told me, I think you did fine. And he put a fire emoji after that. So I had a feeling in my heart that I was pretty sure I was casted as Liu Kang then. And it made me really happy. I love Liu Kang. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so the first time a fan had approached me was during Comic-Con, I think in 2015 or 2016 in San Diego. So we were there for a bunch of interviews because I had just filmed the Power Rangers, and me and all the cast was there. Just one night we were walking around on the dock, and this person ran up to me really quickly, like he had something really important to say. And he went, have you seen a Pikachu around here? And I was stunned. I was like, what? And I realized that he was playing Pokemon Go and he had a Pikachu somewhere around the area. He was asking me if I had seen it. And I had Pokemon Go as well. So then we went on a hunt, just me and the cast and this dude, to find the Pikachu around there. And then after a while, I think probably like a piece of news or a tweet that came out on his cell phone, and it said that the Power Ranger cast was there, and then he looked at us and he looked at me and he said, "Wait a sec, are you this guy, Ludi Lin, the Black Ranger?" Yeah, so that's how I got recognized. And at the end of the day, we did get that Pikachu. That's the power of working together. Okay, so that's it. These are my first times. I just wanted to tell you guys, 감사합니다. I love you, and much gratitude, peace, love, togetherness. I hope to see you soon. Bye.